Yes, welcome my loyal viewers and subscribers to the Jamaica Young Police channel. And this is part two. And you can see the thumbnail. Fredman is a marksman with an AK-47 rifle, not your ordinary gunman. Based on the investigators' video report, we at this channel, at the Jamaica Young Police channel, can safely say Squash brother Fredman is a marksman with the rifle. And most gunmen in Jamaica cannot do these things. There are four fundamentals of a marksman, and Fredman have all of them. 1, steady position. 2, aiming. 3, breath control. 4, trigger squeeze. He's not your ordinary gunman. He's a marksman. He's your worst nightmare if this guy is coming to get you. This guy does not need to be close to you to shoot you in your head. What you're going to hear, it is like a scene from a movie in how this fat boy, Fredman, was handling the rifle and doing so much damage to Muscle and Ford Law. Fredman doesn't have to be close to his target to get his headshot. And very few criminals can do that. Is it that this fat boy was born with this gift, or he has hours of training on the gun range? It's a question for them to answer, because based on the detectives' report, after viewing the various ring cameras and various security cameras, they have come to the conclusion that this boy is a marksman because the way that he handled himself with the rifle. This fat boy is your worst nightmare from a distance. If he's coming to kill you, you are toast and bound for Madden. The fat boy has all the fundamentals of a marksman that are essential for ensuring an accurate shot, consistency between shot accuracy and safety of those around the firearm users. So this fat boy, although he's a gunman, he's not one of the reckless he's a criminal. We're not giving him any props, but we're just showing you the difference with this fat boy than most of the gunmen in Jamaica. He's not the kind of gunman who just want to kill people. If he's killing somebody, it's his target that he's going after. He's not just firing shot randomly. So he's not your ordinary gunman. And if he's coming for you, you're in trouble. But the police is looking for him right now. So I don't know how he's going to work out with that. You understand? And very few criminals can do what this fat boy has done because he has all the fundamentals of a marksman. That's what the police says in their report. The fat boy has demonstrated the same. When the police are coming for him, it is going to be a SWAT team with lots of equipments to protect them from him if he is going to challenge the police. As a former detective from Jamaica, we know our criminals enjoy killing police officers. It puts them on a different status in the criminal world. And the adoration, emulation, and reverence for such figure is wide. So unfortunately, I don't want when the police go for this guy, they think he's an ordinary criminal. Because although they know that, but we don't want any police life lost. Because we know Jamaican criminals. They don't play. You understand? Yes. Moving on, so J-Man is a very good informant and witness to the double murder of Jeff Ford Law Murray and Dwayne Musselman Francis. And mass men in Balaclava. Balaclava and J-Man identify every one of his friends in the video. Not even the bulletproof vest could save Musselman, see right there, with his, I understand, that is Dwayne Musselman Francis or Jeff Ford Law Murray. Not even their bulletproof vest could save them. because this fat boy is a marksman with the AK-47 rifle. Can you believe it? He's a dangerous criminal. You know? If this boy was still in Jamaica, and man, and he's no man, it's a dangerous. Very rare you can find a gunman out of Jamaica that can use a rifle like this, and he has no military training. This is a dangerous fat boy, you know, so I don't know where he's at now, you know, but hopefully police they can get him off the road very soon. You understand? So, you know, Musselman and Fodler, both of them were dressed for war. They were in bulletproof vests, both of them, and both of them had their guns. So they know what time it is. But as we know, we continue the journey. Wickedness increase and love grows cold, and to be fair is the meaning of love. And in the psyche of the Jamaican, to be fair is the meaning of love. I don't know where these people get this madness from. You understand? Man screw up him face and all them things, and you're afraid of him and him thing, and him walk and him bop and him have all them kind of, what you call it, bad man walk. And him want to afraid of him. You don't want that. You want people to love you. When people love you, you know, that's the greatest thing. But these guys, the mindset is backwards. So they feel when people fear because they can kill people. That is love. That is not love. You understand? That is fear. You want people to genuinely love you. But we have seen people that, you know, who have not imparted any violence to his community, but they still kill him or her because of showing these people love. You show them love, they see it as weakness. That's how it is in Jamaica. So that's why maybe, you know, our criminals are like that. You know, so it's have to change the cycle, you know, because, you know, loveless lead to lawlessness. If you understand what I mean. Most Jamaicans do not grow with any love. So that's why they are the loveless. So that's why enough of them become lawless. So we need more love in Jamaica. You understand? We need to change the tide. So as I said to you, G-Man is a good informant. So this is what the feds do. Anytime the feds they take a suspect to the 10th floor or more on a high-rise building and show a suspect a small tree in the parking lot and explain to them how many years it is going to take for the tree to grow or reach maturity, and you know the tree might grow a meter or two per year. A meter equals to 3.28 feet. That's in diameter. You understand? That alone will make any man who loves his freedom give away his mother for freedom, and that is what J-Man is doing. So depending on the tree, it might take 10 to 20 years for one growing in a sunny area to reach maturity, or 30 to 40 years, depends on the weather. You understand? So when the police say they do these things, you know, you know, and you're thinking, because as much as these guys claim that they're tough and all of that, you know, the same time the police tell them, say, you know, you're looking at this, and worse, from there arrest him and find out that it's him, and they tell him about the death penalty. Because if he was this tough guy, and most gunmen, you know, in Jamaica, if they don't have any connection to any criminal doctors, they would just take them shot and you know stay easy that they find some way to get it dressed or something. Or their cronies just throw them off somewhere and make them dead. But he was so in a panicking that he did not want to die. So, you know, he forced Fredman to take him to the hospital. You understand? So that's what happened. So they took him to the hospital. Fredman is like the captain of the team, you know, because he's the marksman. All of them, they are just, you know, shatter. There's a fire wild shot. He is the man, like you see in a movie when you see someone in a military and they'll be like a sniper. That's Fredman, the fat boy. Dangerous boy. If you are a police officer, you do not want this boy if you have a pistol and this boy have his rifle. Because the chances of you coming out alive is very slim, because he's not your ordinary 87. You understand? He's not your ordinary gunman. This boy have a gift. Very rare you find gunman. The only gunman I know we have that gift is a guy named Quack. He's from Montego Bay and he used to be at Cockburn. Yes, Quack. Quack from Cockburn Pen is the only gunman I know who have this case as a marksman. And you understand? Before I continue with the video, have you subscribed to the channel as yet? If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe now. Please like the video, click on the bell, and select all. That's when we upload a video, you will be able to be the first person to get notification. Yes, thanks for subscribing. Moving on. Welcome to the Jamaica Young Police channel. We are here to report on the case of the double murder case of Raheem Shelton, aka J-Man, who's singing like Barry White, that he has hypnotized the investigators with information he provided to the investigators that they have gathered from various sources, including technologies in the housing complex and human sources. And before I go any further, I am not the only police officer on YouTube who wants to see a better Jamaica. I would like you to check out this channel, Evan Blake, Police and Poetry. And I wanted to let him know that Jamaica Young Police channel is nobody. This is a police officer who was a crime fighter, not an ordinary police officer. When I tell you that, this is a guy who's coming from my school. You understand? The other guy was a guy named Getta. So I wanted to check out this guy. He was shot twice, once by a gunman and the other time by a police. That in which the second time, I do believe it was an assassination on his life. But he will explain that to you. To my loyal viewers and subscribers, here's a WhatsApp group link for you to join the group conversation and discuss issues that affect our communities and how we can help as law-abiding citizens. So I want you to subscribe. Remember, when you subscribe, we do not use profanity. We do not deride anyone. We respect everyone. Because if you respect yourself, you respect each other. Nothing is wrong to share a video, with derogatory language and stuff like that, because some people express themselves. But we don't want members of the group to use this practice, because we must be respectful. We respect ourselves, so we will respect each other. And it's as simple as that. We have no tolerance of people who has an ego problem. And some people, they get upset easily. You have to understand that the truth is very hurtful, but you have to learn to accept the truth. And I have learned over the years to accept it. The truth is a thing that causes people. That's why we have so many problems right now in the world. Because people do not like to hear the truth. People love when they massage their ego and tell them lies. We are not into that at this channel. So, moving on. You understand? So continue to feel we left off. In part, after the police on the scene declared the scene safe to enter, the crime scene was established and Lauderhill Rescue 57 and EMS 30 entered the scene to assist both victims. Both victims were pronounced dead from their injuries at approximately 9:28 p.m. by Lauderhill Rescue 57. Both victims had sustained multiple gunshot wounds to include the head, face. Dwayne Francis, aka Musselman, was found lying on his face. Jeff Murray, aka Fodler, was lying on his side. Both victims were later identified in their Florida driver's license. I will refer to them as Muscle and Fodler. And the investigator spoke with witnesses who advised the detective that 3 adult black males were hanging out in the front of our residence. The witness stated that the 3 black males are known to frequent the area. Another witness later identified and advised that she observed a black vehicle unknown tag. Yeah, tag meaning registration plate, for Jamaicans who do not know. Make and model. Back up directly in front of the residence. Multiple adult males exited the vehicle. Shortly, the witness observed the weapons being drawn and shots fired. The witness then stated she found cover inside of her home for safety, and other witnesses giving their own accounts of what happened. Contact was made with witnesses who advised that one of them said that they were eating dinner, and the other one said that they were watching TV in their residence when they heard multiple gunshots coming from outside. Surveillance cameras were located above the front doors of these witnesses' home. The residence number are redacted for witnesses' safety. The investigating officer requested to view the video and were granted access and were able to review the footage. While the officers were on the scene, they received a call from a Broward Sheriff officer who was detailed to work at the Florida Woodmont Hospital located at 720 North University Drive, Tamarack, Florida 333321. So the 3321, that's a zip code. Most, if you have been familiar with United States of America, the detailed deputy mean police officer. You have various police in America. You have deputy, you have sheriff, you have police. It all depends on the jurisdiction and how they name it. Advised that a black male has just been dropped off in the emergency room with a gunshot wound to the neck. The detail unit suggests that it could be related to the Lauderdale active case. Information revealed that the black sedan dropped the victim off at the hospital at about approximately 11:05 p.m. the same day. The detective, who is the investigating officer, arrived at this crime scene and visually assessed the stage. The following observations were made by the detective. 2 black males were found lying in the road with multiple gunshot wounds to the body and head. The headshots that Fred man, that squash fat brother, he's the one who will give the headshots, because he's a marksman with the rifle. And you understand, and he did a lot of damage to them. He's not your ordinary gunman. The first victim, Dwayne Francis, aka Musselman, was identified by his Florida driver's license in his wallet. His body was located on the southern portion of the roadway. In his front waistband was a handgun with an extended magazine. That means he had a handgun with extended clip, because that's Jamaican don't say magazine, it's a clip. And it was in his front waistband. His body was located, south of the other guy. So moving on. In the front waistband was a handgun with the extended magazine. In his left pocket was another extended magazine. He was identified as Dwayne Francis. The medical examiner, that's the doctor, on the scene, preliminary assessment appeared to have approximately 8 bullets defects. That means he had 8 bullet wounds to the body. Dwayne Francis was wearing a bulletproof, a ballistic pane. That means it's not a ballistic vest, but the pane. You understand? So he didn't have the panel itself. You understand? The entire thing is just the pane that he had. You understand? The bulletproof panel. Not the full bulletproof vest, which suggested he was in fear of someone shooting him and was wearing the same for protection. The second victim, Jeffrey Murray, aka Ford Law, was located about 3 feet away on the northern portion of the roadway. There was an handgun found inches from his body. So Ford Law was the only one out of both of them, who was trying to defend his life. But this is what I am, from the investigator eyes. You understand? You're going to learn more as we continue the journey about the story. And Jeffrey Murray also had approximately 8 bullet defects to his body. That means he had 8 bullet wounds. And Jeffrey Murray, aka Ford Law, was wearing a bulletproof vest also. Several rifles and handgun rounds, spent shell scattered throughout the parking lot. The police didn't state the amount of spent shell and amount of spent shell that were located, and it's in a deeper report that he had written. This is part two. Based on most people's mindset, and we know that some people, their brain is like goldfish. After 5 seconds, they want to do something else. But if people go to a stage show, they can stand up, from 8 o'clock, till 8 o'clock in the morning. But even if you read a book that takes 10 minutes, it's like they'll do anything not to read the book. So based on that, we know it's 20 minutes. We will pass the 15 minutes mark. So stay tuned for part three. Like the video, share the video, and remember, most importantly, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Based on all those anomalies, you'll get part three. Thank you for tuning into the Jamaica Young Police channel, where you get nothing but the facts. Have yourself a beautiful day. Peace. What? And make sure you look out if you see Squash Brother. That fat boy is a marksman. Have yourself a nice day. Peace.